There's something to be said about hard-nosed full contact. It's like that raw rap all the way back to boom bap. Spikes up, Ty Cobb inspired killing the corners. Heating up with recklessness, we still getting warmer. Nevertheless, nothing can test, we bring it best. Wile E. Coyote mixed with Roadrunner, foe comers. Holding your title hostage, the kings we smoke others. You're either with us or against us, it doesn't matter which. Scouting your weakness, we bring the wrath when we hit. There's never been a squad as raw as trash can spit. You might get bashed with a stick while I'm pounding the fence. Look around, you're a fish while I'm rounding it quick. Take a look at the base and sprint off with a fist in your face. No remorse, no mercy, no force can hurt me. The scouts purposely bring the pain, come try to work me. But there's a crew of dirty cats.
Well, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome again to the biggest dumpster fire on the internet. We like to call it the Glue Guys program. Often imitated, never duplicated. And as Ric Flair once said, you may not like it, but learn to love it, because it's the best thing going today. Woo!
Whoa.
Oh, what, you thought I was going to be the man? No.
No, I didn't think that at all. In fact, I was just making sure that your delivery was a little lacking there for a second.
Oh, I didn't bring it up with a Flair? No, it didn't get there?
Nah, you didn't. You I needed a little more. Yeah, get in there. There you go. Come on.
Let me tell you something, brother.
That's what we're talking about.
I only got about half a prayer left.
Okay.
And I'm all out of vitamins. Or,
there you go.
As Rowdy Piper once said in They Live.
Oh, Lord. Gosh.
No, not the chewing bubble gum and I'm all out of bubble gum.
No.
All right, let's move on. Let's actually have a show. Instead of more trying to find the perfect promo. Because these are hard times. Hard times, I tell you.
Nah, bro.
All right. Hey, welcome to the program. Season 2, episode numero uno. So, yeah, we're breaking this thing up. Hey, man, we're Netflix. We'll just put the episode numbers on there. We'll figure it out.
Yeah, we'll S2 it. You know what I'm saying? He did sound like Hulk Hogan to whoever said that. That's pretty accurate. That's all right.
That's what it was. So finally, somebody, at least I'm doing a decent impression. If that's,
Yeah, hell yeah.
Say your prayers, eat your vitamins. Come on, we all know that one. Come on now.
Straight up.
Everybody watch that cartoon, right? Saturday morning wrestling. Come on.
Or at least we hope they did. Because what kind of childhood
pause
did you
the
have?
show. Go to YouTube. No.
What kind of childhood did you have if you didn't watch that show?
I got to question a lot of things if you did not watch Rock and Wrestling. I got to question a lot of things.
Absolutely.
Anyway, first program of the new year. 2023 is here, where we all post these new revelations, these new resolutions, the new me. I figured it out, folks. I was such an asshole in 2022, but let me tell you, when the calendar strikes January 1st, 2023, I'm not an asshole anymore. It's not how
I don't know about that, buddy.
Not how it works. But man, do I get a kick out of it every year.
Yeah, it's all right.
Nothing wrong with that. I do get a good kick. It's like, it's like back in the day before the streaming and you kids have no idea what this is going to throw you kids off. But some of us older people, I never said I wasn't an asshole, by the way. I want a name tag that says asshole permanently here. All right. We had to wait for our shows back in the day, and certain shows came on certain nights and certain times, and you literally put your whole life schedule together based on that gap at Thursday night at 8:00. There was nothing else going to be happening, regardless of what was going on around. No. And you went and you watched your show. I'm trying to think of one, you know what I mean? But Seinfeld was one of those ones for me later, a little later in life. But like cartoons were one of them. Coming home from school, you had to catch G.I. Joe and Transformers. I think it was 3:30, 4 o'clock where I was at. Yep. All right. We were home every day. Bang.
Yeah, same shit. Mm-hmm.
I know you kids have no clue about that because you're used to going into menu, my list, show, start episode 2, season 2, episode 5. Look, we didn't get to binge, you MFers. We had to wait a whole week for episodes. That's why that shit was so compelling.
Get off my lawn now.
I think the last one that I can think of, well, I don't know, because they're doing that with Ted Lasso. So you got to wait every week. So there are certain shows on the streamings that they make you wait anyway. Let me tell you something about Cops. There's an app called Pluto TV that's free. It's 24/7 cops. It's heaven on earth. Heaven on earth, I tell you. Moving on. We had to wait. We only get one show a week, and there's some shows that are doing that. And you're guilty of this with some of the Marvel shows. I want to talk to you about it. Nope, not touching it until they're all online and I can watch them all at once. So
you know what? But that's
too, you know.
No, man, that's a matter of I'm just an impatient watcher, and yeah, I'm spoiled by the fact that, like, for example, when Netflix really got popular, at least from a streaming standpoint, it was built for an ADHD motherfucker like me. Because what it meant was I could watch this whole fucking thing on my time, how I want to watch it. And I'll admit, I never watch any of these shows like straight through. I don't have the patience to sit and watch hours and hours of any fucking thing, right? I have enough trouble watching a movie without doing something else. So that's the reason why I love streaming, and I love the shows, or I should say I love the networks and the shows that actually do drop the whole season at one time. But when they don't, I don't complain. I adapt. I just wait. Whatever amount of weeks it is, 8, 9, whatever. I just wait, and then I watch the whole fucking thing.
Now, I'm not saying you're wrong at all. You've just adapted to the current, climate, for lack of a better term. So I'm not even saying it's wrong. Just kind of you know how I get on some of my rants about, like you said, old guy, get off my lawn.
Yes,
I walked 18 miles uphill in the snow one way to get to school with no shoes on. I do that sometimes. So
yeah, I can't even lie like that because I'm from here. So everybody be like, "What snow?"
Look, we were in, and that's what I laugh at, because like we knew kind of the threshold was when they were predicting between 6 and 8 inches. Normally back in Jersey where I went to school, it was like that was the cut line, right? And it was like, we got to get at least 5 or they're going to make us go. You know, what was enough that the plows couldn't get through in time? But anyway, this is the first show of the new year, man. New things, man. New things. Like we said, out with the old. Well, here's the new, all right? Coming up this year, or this season, whenever we decide. I say year.
Season, bro. Keep it a seasons. We're going with seasons.
Sorry, I'm working on it.
Yes,
all right? I'm adjusting to my old way.
Just like we correct people about calling it a show. It's a program. So
first of all, and I'm only doing this now. When we get into the guests and stuff, I'm not going to be paying attention to you guys in chat trying to get me. But listen, whoever you're with can only hope it was 6 or 8 inches. Ba-boom! Shout out Ronnie Dangerfield.
I got you.
So new year, listen, we're going to just XXL the show, okay? More guests, all right? More topics you want to talk to. More new topics.
Let's also let's add an additional adjective. Better and more guests, better and more events.
Okay, let me add some in the list that wasn't in our pre-show. I'm going to add something. I'm going to go off the cuff here. It wasn't in our pre-show. Okay. Proper English from Mark in 2023, folks.
Hey! And pronunciation. Run it up. I'm looking at the topics if it make it a little easier on you, but yeah.
And I forget lock screen. All right, so let's get into it. Everybody, first of all, welcome. Thank you for supporting the program. I know we don't talk about it enough. We have a very core 20 to 30 of you that have been here the whole year, never dropped off. And I just want to say, even though you make fun of me constantly, I truly appreciate your presence here in support of myself and Marlos and the program. The Gambino of the internet. Oh, yeah. Thank you so much.
Come on, right here. Come on. What are you talking
forget about it. Forget about it.
We out here.
Joey Cold Cuts over here. Forget about it.
Yes, sir.
Thank you so much from both of us for the support. The likes, the shares. Please keep them coming. Tell a friend. It's the only way we're going to grow this thing. Yes, you're not supposed to talk about that. That's the first rule.
Come on.
Actually, that was way too Jewish. I'm sorry.
Money. Come on.
You're not supposed to.
Hey, money.
We don't talk about that around
Come on. Here. UFC.
Anyway.
Trip. Come on. GSL. Come on.
We're making it even easier for you to get the program this year. We are now streaming on Twitch.com along with YouTube.com. And, of course, in our somewhat home here, in the Glue Guys program group here on Facebook. We're also over on the Arizona U-Trip Seniors group. So that's 4 different places you can see it. And the most important, the 5th, the direct MFer, GlueGuysProgram.com.
Yes,
okay?
sir.
It's been the same all year. GlueGuysProgram.com. Sunday.
I'll also take a moment to remind everyone that, in addition to the beautiful banner that has our sponsored folks up top, if you look right there in the white, the address up top, it's the only thing in white, and it's done that way as a visual cue to get you to pay attention to what the address is. I'll also add, for the most part at the beginning of the show, we will always make sure that we have the guest.glueguysprogram.com link available just in case anyone could forget that, which is difficult. But we do want people to continue to participate in addition to some of the guests that we've talked to ahead of time and spoke with and planned, and coffee talk with Mark. Come on,
It's coffee talk.
Oh, well, see,
listen,
so the Gambo part, that's why.
Remember that skit.
All right, but the Gambo part is why I keep saying it. It's like we're gonna be talking about UFC. We're gonna be talking about MMA.
Oh my God, I just caught it. He didn't mean Gambino.
That's why I was like,
from the sports talk. Look, I'm telling you, I got this impression. I got this one. I got my sources over there, and they tell me that Devin Booker is not playing tonight. Yes. And I don't know why you people keep talking about him. It's Devin Booker. What? Chris Paul can't get him the ball. We're not going to win any games over here.
There you go. That's what it is.
And Ayton's got to stop with it. He's got to be a man. He's got to be you got to be a man. All right. So anyway, that's my Gambo. I caught it, John. Sorry that was delayed. Sir. I think that's pretty good. I think it's pretty good.
I was trying to softball that shit up there a little bit. I kept trying to toss him no. You can't end on a bad swing. Throw it back up there.
Hey, I fouled it off, but I get an extra strike, right?
One to waste.
Full count. Pitch is going to be a strike. What did I just do?
Hey, you got to swing it. Yes, sir. Swing the stick, baby. Let's go.
I'm working on my celebration for when I hit my first bomb.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
So I'm stealing this. I watch a golf program called Bob Does Sports, if you're not familiar. And I just want to admit right now, I am stealing this from Fat Perez. If you watch the program, you know. So, and Jason Stoner appreciate this because Giannis gets away with this walk every effing night. It's the Euro step. Let's go.
Oh, if you pull a fucking Euro after a bomb,
I absolutely am.
Dude, I will leave the tournament for the day. Well, I don't give a fuck if it's the first game.
Have your phones out.
Dead ass.
Okay, get ready. Because when I get a hold of one, and I'm telling you right now, due to the tireless and patient Padawan.
Whoa.
To my right, your left.
Wait. No, you're the Padawan.
Am going to hit a bomb.
You're the
loyal Padawan.
Hold on. Yeah, there you go.
The master. Sorry.
There you go.
Yeah. I will hit a bomb this year.
Yeah, we're gonna get you right, bro. We're gonna get you right.
I'm the U.S. soccer champ. I believe that we will win. I believe I'll hit a bomb. It's coming.
Yeah, we're gonna get you right. We're gonna get you right. I just needed because there's a few people that I want to see their reaction when you hit that bomb, bro. I don't think you're even ready to do. I don't even think you're ready to do a Euro step as a celly. And I only say that because I feel like you're gonna hit that motherfucker and you're gonna go ape shit. You're gonna be like, yo, fuck you, motherfuckers, and I'm gonna fucking die. It's gonna be hilarious, bro.
Actually, John, it's gonna be sportsman. Let's be honest. And number two,
habits.
I tell you what's probably gonna happen. I'm going to be so shocked I got a hold of it. That I'm just going to keep running the first because I can't my mind compute that it may go out.
You're probably going to circle four. You're probably going to circle four, bro. Don't even trip.
Now, when they
on a dead sprint now.
When they come to get me a runner, even though I say I don't need it, and they get, no, you're still slow. Come here.
Yeah.
Then I'll Euro step into the dugout off of first or second.
Nah, man. Anyway, if you do a Euro directly off the fucking bomb, bro, if you do a Euro directly off the bomb, I'm done for the day. I don't give a shit where we are. I don't care what game. It could be mid fucking inning. I'm out on the spot, because that's some high level fucking shit, pull your dick out level selly shit. And folks around here are kind of pussy about shit like that. They getting their feelings.
I'll put it out there right now. I'm starting a free agent team for Cottonwood so we can make sure we make this happen at the 240 fence out there. Anyway, listen.
I need it.
New year, new fun. And we've been doing this show a year. You should know better. That was borderline challenge for me to do it.
Yes,
and borderline, I know we're a little woke and certain phrases piss people off, but the Euro step is the ultimate white boy basketball celebration. It cannot be topped. All right, hold on. Time out. You can do that, or you can do the Dirk fall away. But those are the white boy celebrations. All right.
I'll give you
Jason Williams, we don't consider him white. He was too good.
Nah, he's
okay.
White
So don't
chocolate,
give me
bro.
that.
He's light skinned. That's all. He's light.
Come on.
Yeah.
Jason Williams was too good. We couldn't claim him. We couldn't claim him. Like if that was in the Chappelle skit, like Mos Def would have protested the pick. All right.
Yeah.
So anyway, moving on. Look, hey, welcome. Thank you. And somebody knows Bob does sports. Fat Perez does own the Euro Step. I am not doing him justice. Something to check out if you're into golf content. Really good show. All right, moving on. Hey, look, jam-packed show tonight. We're coming at you hard and heavy here in the new year. We plan on doing this more often, but I do want to remind everyone that a policy that has not changed since we first put it up. Okay? And everybody forgets, or everybody's expecting an invite or a personal. No, we don't do that here at the Glue Guys Show. If you want to come on, you come on. Okay? Now, if we have a guest on, don't be a smart ass and sit in the queue. But hey,
they can be whatever the fuck they want. They can be whatever the fuck they want in the queue. I don't give a shit. Be over there throwing.
Oh, I'm sorry. The Corey Detmer celebration. I can't bend my arm and my leg far enough back to simulate how hurt he was.
That's wild.
Moving on. And that's an Eagles thing right there, and they know that, and I don't appreciate that. The show will remain, as it has always been, an open forum. Okay? You are not locked in any topic. You are not locked in to any scenario. If you want to talk about something, we put the link right here, DX style. Guests.glueguysprogram.com. I wish I had a bouncing ball. So it would remind you of your childhood when you had to learn something. Guests.glueguysprogram.com. Open forum. Come the hell on. I don't do personal invites. Keeps me out of the muck. Everyone's invited.
You know what? How about this? How about we be a little more? We'll be a little more transparent in season 2. So we do, in fact, invite people on, but what we do not do is have people hit us up and say, "Hey, when are you going to have us on?" We're not doing that. We're not going to do that. We only time we really invite someone in particular, it's because we are looking for the right types of guests, the folks that are going to be communicative, that are going to be, somewhat funny, that aren't going to get embarrassed or anything like that. We don't want anybody who's just going to sit there. They get on the show and then all of a sudden they're all quiet. We don't have time for that. We're not interested in that. So if you're interested in being on the show and you have a topic or something like that, by all means, hit us up. But if you hit us up and say, "Hey, when are you going to have me on, dude?" We're going to hit you with guests.glueguysprogram.com. We want people that are going to be involved. We want the show to be expanded. We don't want you just to get on here just because you want some attention. So nonetheless, do you want me to do the sponsors today? I just thought about
No, I wanted just to point out real quick. We have a new one coming in. We weren't able to get up this week. We'll get it up next week. Brian, I'll take care of you. But I did want to welcome Hitman Gloves into the Glue Guys fold. You'll see their logo up there. Jose does great work with Hitman. They are the official glove of the Glue Guys program. God, I've always wanted to do that. If I had a program to make it sound all big, the official, like all the MLB teams do. It doesn't mean shit. It just means they pay more money. But I still like saying it because it sounds good. You know what I mean?
Well, it is in accordance with the Glue Guys program method of doing things. So I think that's a great thing. I think it's a great idea and all that good shit.
I tried to do it while you were talking to maximize time. John, there was your Ricky Shuffle. If you didn't see it, go back to YouTube tonight and watch it after we're done. I know it's tough to get a word on me edgewise, but that's what happens when you're more intelligent than most of the people you talk to. Oh, what? Oh, what?
Wow.
Oh, sorry. Hide behind Facebook user again. Sure. I'm probably going to regret that when I actually see what it is after the show and I go back and check, but hide behind Facebook user right now. All right, moving on. Hey, big show, so we don't have time to screw around.
You're not going to regret it. Don't lie. Don't.
Oh, God, no, but it sounds good.
Don't lie.
I'm trying to cover all my bases, man.
All right.
You've been with me a year. You should know this by now.
I mean, but at the same time, I always have to make a correction because there's someone out there who isn't sure. Those are those people that are asking usually like, "Hey, how do I get to a guest program, bro?" Same people.
As far as the sponsorship programs, contact me after the show. We will talk off the show about that. I will inform you of the stuff that we do have available here on Glue Guys. We love sponsors. My God, we love sponsors. Love them.
It's fairly limited though in the classic sense. I think we also need to make clear that there's some other.
We're not
options.
just taking a check; they got to fit into the show. Don't get me wrong. But the guys who've been with us have stayed with us. Mickey Czar has been day one. He's a day oneer. All right, he's been with us since day one, supporting. Even when I've made fun of him, he stayed. So thank you, sir. I appreciate that.
I always make fun of both of you.
Marty's John took care of me today with a Challenge Cup issue. I mean, I don't know what else I do. There's nobody else I can call, spur of the moment, and literally we had stuff done today. Now look, my design skills are shitty. I'll admit that. But as far as getting it done, and amazing, faster than anyone. You need a trophy, a plaque, a bat shelf. If you need anything, just call John and let him tell you they don't do it because they probably do. Ted, it's obviously my boy. I go over there and moderate on his gaming channel. Just, supported the program. Appreciate everyone. Talk to us after the show about sponsorship programs. We'll kind of talk and figure out what the best plan is for your business. All right, moving on real quick before we bring on our first guest. I do want to point out I posted today. You guys thought I was just not going to do anything until I left. You're wrong. Yeah, wrong. The approved balls for the 2023 season of Senior U Trip in Arizona. Please listen to what I just said and typed out on the post in the seniors group earlier for Arizona Senior Softball. Okay, I want to leave a pause there so I can go back and edit that, make a clip, and then just be able to post it in a message or anything when anyone asks, because they will after this.
So everyone can pretend like they can't read, you mean?
Yes, and I'm tired of retyping it, so I'm going to make a 4-second video clip of what I just did and go, boom, send. Okay. Cool. The Thunder Dudley Senior Advance we have been using for the last 6 months, approved. Love that ball. I saw some new rocks last tournament, and they went to this composite cover, almost like a stoat. Ooh, not a fan. Just putting it out there. So the Dudley Thunder Senior Advance are approved. The Trump Senior Rocks, okay, they make a 44.375, and they used to, I don't know, I'm hearing that maybe they don't anymore. They did make a 44.400 with a senior stamp. I know that it says NSA and ISA on it, but it has to have a senior stamp to be usable in U-Trip for 2023 on those Trump rocks, okay? The 44.375s do have that stamp. They're approved. And then lastly, okay, to make it a little easier, any U-Trip or GSL stamped 44.375. So it has to have a U-Trip or a GSL stamp, and it has to be 44.375. Those are also approved for use in seniors in Arizona. I just wanted to get that out on the show because God forbid Dave Taylor's not fucking paying attention. Now I have it on video. All right, let's get out of this crap. Let's move on to something much more interesting. All the gossip queens love fresh meat out here in Arizona Senior Soft. No? You give me a look. What? No?
Well, no? My look was actually from a producer standpoint because our initial guest isn't here yet. So I know that because you are dovetailing, you're going into, you're landing, you're pulling out the wheels, and the airport is not there. So that's why I kind of.
He says he's in the queue.
He's not. I don't see him there. So I'm not sure.
Okay, this is the fun part of the show where we pull the curtain back. Okay, I'm trying to do a hosting.
It has a lock on it. He said, "Okay, I'm looking at a message he just sent that it has a lock on it." I'm not sure how, but
yeah, that's weird.
Have him
try
go
kind of rebooting. Reboot your browser.
Have him go out and come back, because it should be.
Yeah, reboot whatever browser you're using, Pino, and then come back in. I wonder, is there some? If you're on a phone, do you have a setting where you won't allow the program to use your camera and mic? Maybe that's what it sounds like. That might be. I'm not 100% sure.
Sound like that. Yeah.
Yeah. So we'll give it a second. Let me get back to my list here because we got a ton of stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, we got a ton of stuff here. What did I want to talk? So anyway, Winter Nationals coming up. Sunday is the deadline to sign up. January 14th, possibly 15th.
Be specific. Senior Winter Nationals.
Yeah, well, they're going to be already done by then, the kids. But this weekend, they got the Proton Home Run Derby out of Legacy Friday night. Okay. And then the kids are going to do their thing out of Legacy and Cactus. And I think the Women's Open is at Sahara, maybe. Anyway, all over Chandler there and Mesa and whatnot. All the guys in the men's divisions, women's divisions, they're all playing this weekend. But our tournament, the weekend after, the Senior Winter Nationals. All right. I'm kind of excited. 16 major division as of right now. So those guys get to play against each other. No combined this time. I think we're up to 13 AAA as of right now. Excited for that. Team from Colorado coming in for AAA. That's going to be fun. So we're going to have the separate divisions. We're right on the cusp of a 2-day, guys. I got to be honest. So once Sunday hits, once I know what's going on, I will put the word out as soon as I possibly can, whether it'll be a 1-day or a 2-day. But I will not know until Sunday night. Just so everybody knows, that's when the decision will be made, whether it's a 1-day or a 2-day. I apologize. I can't do it sooner. But, hey, I talked about it before. I'm really excited. We're giving away some Blue Guys hoodies. All right? Exclusive, limited edition, whatever word, kind of, sort of, not Yeezys. I don't know. Well, some weird flashy thing. Giving those away. And then I totally forgot. Bob had to remind me because I'm not getting any younger. We're doing rings, man. Rings at Winter Nationals seems, they go together. Peanut butter and s'mores. I don't know. It goes together, man. And I couldn't think of something there. That's brutal. Wow. Okay. We'll go with the average answer there. So rings also for Winter Nationals, man. So I'm expecting a really good tournament. Out at SRP, man. 14th and possibly the 15th. I will let you know this weekend. How are we doing production-wise, sir?
We're still trying to get him in. But
okay.
We can continue. I'm troubleshooting on the side.
Okay,
so
I got you.
Continue. Yeah.
So tonight and next week, probably we're going to do majors tonight. We're going to do 40s AAA next week as far as our season preview. Also next week, we'll go over the actual Winter Nationals tournament, the teams, how everything breaks down. I don't have all the answers yet. I have to see how many teams we end up with before we figure out the actual format. Bear with me on that. But for the season, we got a couple newer major teams coming in, and that's why I wanted to start. And hopefully we can get things worked out with Mr. Pino, our guest. Classy 40s coming in. Has gotten everybody's kind of eyebrow up, like, oh, because they recognize the name. And I love to see it in that we have a team that started, I believe when they first started, Junior, have to correct me if I'm wrong, I think they started as a D team and have done the thing that Marlis and I have been screaming about since we started this program, stayed together for the most part, and then worked their way up the ladder as a team, took their lumps, okay, D's to C's to B's, okay? And they did it that way, and now they got old. Welcome, guys. This is a great place to be. And now they qualify for seniors. Can you believe that? So I'm really excited to see, the thing we love to say about, oh, well, we'll show those kids. Well, technically, I'd say they're still kids in our world. So I'm really curious to see, I don't want to call it young versus old versus older. Best way I can do it. And let's see how it goes. I've always argued that, yeah, there is a slight adjustment to coming into the senior game. There are positives like, oh, I get to get off the field at 5 runs. Yes, let's go. And there are negatives where that ball is really high. You're not used to it. Pitchers throw completely different kinds of spins and whatnot because they throw to a mat, not a zone. There are adjustments to be made. I'm always curious to see newer senior players come up and how well they do with the adjustment, and then talk to them after and find out the things that really tripped them up. Also, not so new, but they've only played one tournament, is the For Him Factory 40s major team, which Nugget will be joining us a little later in the program.
Let's pivot a little bit. Let's move to that first while we're still trying to troubleshoot what's going on with Pino's connection to the stream. For whatever reason, he's getting a blank window. I'm at a loss as to why, and I've been trying a couple of different links. He's gonna download a different browser on his phone. I'll say straight up, the Melon's not as friendly to a phone as it probably could be. So yeah, I'll keep working with him. In the meantime, let's not necessarily keep holding on. We do have Nugget, and Nugget's a great guest as it is, and he's one of the people you're just about to talk about. So let's get him out here.
Yeah, let's go. So Gary Reese, better known to the softball world as Nugget. Welcome to the program, sir. I was leading in with, right out of the gate, you put together this squad. You were pretty meticulous in taking your time, which I thought was a great thing. There was no rush. And then once you get together the squad that you were happy with, boom, out of the gate, you win Winter Worlds, SSUSA. So I'd have to say that the system or the process, us Philly guys, trust the process. The process works, sir. So first and foremost, congratulations. That's not an easy thing to do. And regardless of what people say, whisper behind others' backs, that's an accomplishment that everybody on that team should be proud of.
Thank you. Yeah, I always say, what people say behind my back's none of my business. So I'm not going to worry, about what people are saying or what the noise is. We had one tournament, right? We had a great tournament. We all put it together. It was unbelievably easy to coach. I don't think at this age that there's a whole lot of coaching to do necessarily. I'm just the lucky guy that gets to put the lineup together and try to figure out how to put 12, 1 through 4 hitters in a lineup. So, they definitely made it easy on me. Every single guy was open to wherever I needed to bat him. If I needed to drop them in the lineup to move other guys up, to make them happy, they were all cool with it. So actually made it very, very easy. But I don't want to take anything away from the other teams that are already in the division, as well as Classy coming in. I think it's going to be a tough division this year. There's a lot of already, really solid teams, still a lot of shaking and moving going on behind the scenes, a lot of dealing happening. So I'm excited to see how it plays out, but, I don't want to get ahead of ourselves. It was one tournament, but, we're definitely happy about it. Definitely appreciate the guys, coming out and it was surprising to me that I thought I was going to have to pump them up for it, but these guys all know what they need to do. They know what they're capable of. They know what they're, going to go out there and focus on doing. So there's not really a whole lot of coaching necessarily happening, maybe a little strategic stuff that we talk about. Playing behind John, playing with John is definitely something that's new to a lot of the guys. But I think that went really well. Surprisingly, it didn't take as long as I expected. I mean, I've known the guy for 20 years, so me and him kind of, we're able to do things together. But across the board, we have versatility. So guys were able to play many different positions. Cave absolutely killed it for us. He pitched a game, played infield, played outfield. He was everywhere, batted 900. The dude's a beast.
Of course he did. Listen, yeah. Cave is my boy. He's the one who got me to the Eagles game when they played the Cardinals. So Cave and I knew Cave right when he got here from Texas. We've always been friends. And again, kind of like the shit talking behind your back thing. Nobody needed to know. I didn't need to publicize that. That's our thing. So I'm happy for him. He actually, we had many conversations with him going into, coming in, being able to play seniors. He quizzed me a ton. And I found that very funny to me because Cave was always the first guy whenever I played men's, with, well, hey, what about this and that? And, and he always was with 1,000 different ideas and always positive and like, we'll try this, need to do that. And that, and for him to come to me and me be like, well, hold on here, son. Now I get to drop it back on you. I thought that was kind of funny. If you know Cave, hopefully you find that funny too. I'm happy for him. He's going to be an absolute force. That was a first round steal, to use fantasy football term. That's value. You drafted Cave in the 6th round of your fantasy draft. He just won you the championship. That kind of value is what I'm talking about. Happy for my dude there. But let me ask you, you said you're not doing a lot of coaching, but have you had to kind of sit back and think about how to keep your team kind of even keeled and looking forward? I mean, to come out of the gate and bang out a Winter Worlds, was there any concern from you, in your own mind, like, all right, I got to keep these guys on task. I can't let us, believe our own hype or get too much, sit on that result too much before going into obviously your next tournament next weekend. Was there any thought about that?
Not necessarily. I mean, I think we just focus on what we can do. Whoever's put out there in front of us, whatever new teams are coming out there, we know what we're capable of, but we also don't take anybody for granted. Like I said, there's a lot of strong teams. There were some teams that gave us some really good tests, and these guys know what they're supposed to do. They know what they need to do. I just throw a lineup together and we go out there and do our thing. We have fun. I think we gelled so quickly. A lot of the guys haven't played together before. They knew of each other, but didn't play together. And the way that we got along, we have a lot of characters on our team, a lot of guys that like to just go out there and enjoy themselves. I mean, we're out there to get rid of the stress, not to add to it. So we have fun on the field, and then off the field we have more fun. So it gelled really well. We were fortunate, but like I said, it's one tournament. We'll see how the rest of the season plays out.
Well, I had said to Cave, I said if Nug decides to go 5-man, you're like a friggin' cheat code, because a lot of the senior guys know how to play 5-man in a senior game, and John, I think, approaches it a little more with that kind of U-trip mentality, men's division kind of stuff. So I was joking with him, like, it's just not fair. I may have to bump you on spite because you're way ahead of the game when playing 5-man with John in seniors. So I'm excited to see it. I think I've told you that off a stream. I am really excited generally to see you guys play, see these guys come together. So I'm, like I said, the more the merrier, especially in the major division. I really appreciate you taking on the challenge. Obviously, you cut your teeth with BTL majors. You were there for the AAA 2 majors bump. You kind of saw how that all went. And, I'm sure you learned some things there. My question was going to be, is there anything you learned while playing, going AAA to majors, that you're going to be able to apply as far as now going in, 40 majors and coaching the squad?
As far as learning, I mean, obviously I've been coaching, my entire adult life, whether it was men's or kids or whatever. So, I mean, I've been coaching in some capacity my whole life. I think playing for Chris Sobel taught me a lot more of the off the field stuff and how to manage relationships. Chris is an amazing dude. So being able to play for him, we had a very strong understanding that after that transition, I didn't think it was fair to continue playing with them just because I knew I was going to be starting a new team. So I was very transparent about that piece, but playing for him helped me understand how to manage people and how to maintain relationships off the field. I can't say enough good things about him. The rest of the guys on BTL, I still have nothing but love for every single guy from that team. Wish them all the best this coming year as well.
Yeah, I mean, if you were paying attention, there was a lot. It was funny because it was almost like a TMZ type deal where everybody had a little bit of a different story about what was happening. Not negative or anything like that, but everybody had a different variation on what was happening and what kind of team you were making. And, he talked to this guy, he talked to that guy. And it was humorous to me that so many people got caught up in just a guy trying to put together a major squad to compete. And I definitely got a kick out of that. Nugget is certainly not a bully. You stop that right now, Mr. Ugly Person in chat. So I kind of knew your background. We had conversations before when I was at the other place, and then obviously now at U-Trip. So I kind of had an idea that you were going to approach us from a cerebral place. Now, let me ask you, in that process, you putting this team together, what were some of the things that you made priorities in assembling this roster that you have now?
Hitting. I think softball is about hitting. I think it's a hitting game, especially in seniors. So when I have guys top to bottom that can hit, I think that provides a big advantage for us. On the flip side, I also have a very versatile team. I mean, I have guys that I can have all kinds of different arrangements, lineups. I felt bad playing any 5-man with the team that we have. We rotated a lot of different places. I have guys that can play the entire infield. The outfielders, they're all capable of playing center field. So there's just a lot of versatility. We have 3 or 4 pitchers that I can throw out there at any given time. So that's what I was looking. I was also looking for character, right? With what I'm working with Casey on. Casey, I strongly believe in his brand and what he's doing. And as a Christian myself, I felt like it was important for me to get good character guys. So I wanted to make sure that, while we haven't faced adversity yet, we will, right? We know that it will come. And I want to make sure that I have guys that I trust, that I know will be able to handle that and move past it and work together. Things are going to happen, right? We're all men. That's probably the one area where our emotions get the best of us is when we're out on the field because our competitive juices are flowing. I know I fall short, way more than I'd like. But
I'm guilty.
That I'm playing with guys that are going to hold me accountable and that we're going to be able to move past it. So I think we have a good group that we can do that. And, hopefully we can make Casey proud as well.
All right. So let me ask you this, moving on kind of into the future here of this 2023 season. Do you have a benchmark of what you would consider it to be a successful season? Like what would go into that?
Keeping it together. I don't know.
Fair.
Having guys that fall apart. No, I mean, we're just trying to lose as many games as possible. That's our goal.
Well, at least you got your priorities straight. I mean, that's important.
Honestly, I don't think I have a goal. Obviously,
Okay.
we want to go compete. I mean, I always want to compete. I'm a competitor, and unfortunately, I'm probably not the best teammate when I'm losing because I'm just that competitive. But our goal is to win. All right. I mean, we want to go to Worlds. Hopefully a couple sanctions. I would like to travel a little bit, and I'm not against trying some major plus. What I would say though is I will be cautious with it because I don't want to get a midseason bump. We've talked about that in the past and my views on it, but I just don't want to be in a position where I hurt the team after we earn a spot to compete at majors. I'm open to it. We might even play a little bit of open ball, C's or whatever we can play some men's ball if there's not enough tournaments or if there's not enough majors team. I think that would challenge us much more than playing, in a mixed division. No disrespect to the AAA teams, but I think for us to stay fresh and to stay challenged and to keep it fun, we might try some different things. Maybe a little bit of travel. Who knows? But we'll talk to the guys and we'll see what everybody's up for.
No, and it's sad that I have to not have to say it. It's sad that my first thought was, wow, what a fresh approach, because that should be the approach of any team wanting to challenge themselves and get better. I got to be honest. I think I can speak for some AAA teams to say, I don't think they're going to mind that you're not there in a combined tournament. Just going to put that out there. Just my opinion, nobody else's.
They would like it if I was
So look, coach to coach, we both coached. We both know we've had these conversations. It's early, but you think you got to figure it out, the team? Do you think you got your finger on the pulse?
Roster?
Yeah, the team as it sits right now. You think you got to figure it out?
95%. I mean, ask Dave Calvert. He knows how it goes when it comes to guys having to miss weekends. I mean, we're grown men. We have families. We have other priorities. So, we have 14 to 15 guys. If guys can't make it, hopefully we have plenty to fill in. But there might be a time here and there that we might have to find a fill in. But I think for the most part, we're pretty confident with the team that we have.
Awesome. Well, I've been there. I know, to a certain extent, I know what you're going through. Again, I'm super happy for your success. I think, you took your time putting the team together, got the sponsor set. Everything's kind of in step, which is really nice. You don't often get to see that because teams just grab the first guy that's going to throw them jerseys or money and just run with it. You actually kind of set up as almost a family type setup, which, you believe in it. And that's great, But the other part of it that I want to talk about, just a little away from softball, I don't know if everybody knows that you're doing design work for him. And some of the jerseys that you put out, if people are paying attention on Facebook, should have seen them already. But if not, you really should go back and check it out. I think you're doing really good work over there. In fact, we have you on the show talk about the team, but now I can actually take advantage of it and point out, some of the great work you're doing over there. And, you're actually a really good designer and people just don't know. So I want to get the word out.
I appreciate it. I mean, this is new for me. When I was getting into the game, I would always design my own jerseys on Microsoft Paint. And Casey said, well, if you can do that on Paint, I want to see what you can do. So I've only been doing it for, 6 months now. But I seem to be getting the hang of it. I've had a lot of help. Casey has, helped me get going. Mike Flores, who's the best in the game, has been there when I had questions. So a lot of respect to him. I hear people saying he's the best in the game. There's no doubt about it. I would agree 100%. I have nothing bad to say about the guy. He's always been open to help me. He could have made it difficult on me by letting me figure it out myself, but he's been very open to my questions. And I was asking him about Corel Draw versus AI, and he was helping me a lot with stuff. So a lot of respect to him.
So what did you settle? What did you settle on? Are you working with? I mean, as far as applications, because I know you said you started off with Paint, which 99% of everybody starts off with Paint. Don't feel bad.
I'm on Corel Draw, so
right on.
For the most part, the color challenges at times can be tough, but there's things that I'm learning constantly. So I'm getting more and more challenging designs, which I love.
Very dope.
Some pretty cool stuff, and every time I do a new design, I feel like I'm impressing myself. So I think that's what keeps me going and keeps me wanting to do it. So it's fun for me. It's a hobby, and I'm enjoying it.
Very dope. Very dope.
Yeah, I don't know who the hell's calling me during the show, but whatever. I got like 3 friends that all know what I'm doing. Real quick, Gatto's always been that guy. It's one of the few things that we can say is like an official glue guy stance that Marlos and I are in 100% agreement on. That Gatto is the GOAT. I've had a cheat code since I became friends with him, and he's sitting right next to me. That's my design cheat code right over here. He's too damn humble to scream about it, and I'm enough of an asshole that I can cover for both of us. He's done every single jersey since we've been friends, if I had a team, he did it. And every single one was better than the one before it. And I whip them out on the show every once in a while. So I think I have a little teeny bit of insight into what a good designer is. And
all of his work is great, except for the sandbaggers. Theirs looks horrible. Sorry, Adam.
Oh, wow. Gatto.
Yikes.
Yeah, but you also take Gatto out. Like, Gatto's collateral damage on that one, man.
Yes, yeah, you can. That's he caught a stray right there. He caught a stray.
Flores
I
knows
was
I'm
trying to
joking.
break up the
Adam
fight
did
and caught a
too.
left hook.
Yo, man, that's crazy. That's
Yeah,
crazy.
Gatto's the dude. He's always
That's
done that
crazy.
for me, too. So if I had a question or something, like, I'll tell a funny story design-wise since you're here. This will be funny. And Marlos can chime in and give you his perspective. So I'm helping out with something design-wise, and I always usually hit Marlos up and hey, can you help me with this? Or what do you think of that? And it always ends up where, he ends up designing it for me. So when I went to do this task, in my head, I kept going, do it yourself. Don't let him. But I'm not going to do anything without asking his opinion. I have him on a design pedestal. I do stick figures at this point, And as the day progressed, I could see it going that way where I was literally that close. No, I'm going to finish this. I'm not asking him to help me design it. But the internal struggle, and I know he knew it. I know he knows it laughing at me as a text message is coming in. What's about this? What if I do that? I know he's laughing at me, and I'm okay with it.
No,
Hopefully-
I wasn't. Nah, like here, I'll actually say I wasn't laughing because if I'm laughing at you, I'm gonna tell you. I'm not gonna keep it on the low. I'm gonna fucking laugh.
That's true. You've laughed at me before.
Back, right? I'm gonna send you a text message back that probably says LOL, LMAO, and haha. I'm not gonna fucking bullshit you. No, but I gave you I believe in giving solutions. I don't believe in really just giving my opinion because my opinion is shit. And it doesn't do you any good just to hear, oh, it's good, it's not good. It doesn't do you any good. Giving you ideas or things that you could do that could make it better or make it work better. Not necessarily, I don't even have to like it. I don't care about liking it, right? It's just about executing what you're doing and executing what you're doing correctly. And that's why even some of the things that I was offering you were not along the lines of, yeah, this sucks. It was more, you should try this in order for it to do this. So like the bars, for example, if you give yourself more space, of course, then those bars actually visually show up more clearly. Right. If you do it really tiny, then even when you do the embroidery, it's going to be more difficult because that's the other part of the design is you can't just do a design and say, okay, this is going to work. You have to remember the medium that it's actually going to be printed on. So you kind of want to stay away from a lot of the, those small, tiny details. And especially when you're using multiple colors. And that's why you try to bring it down to as limited a number of colors, especially with a hat or something that has embroidery,
right? Something
limited. And you want to make sure that everything is nice and open. So it stands out when when they're actually embroidering it or printing it. It's not just embroidery, but yeah, same shit. I just I never ever want to be a guy who's just giving an opinion. That's bullshit. That's too easy. That's lazy. I always want to be somebody that's at least offering some type of input or some type of information that can help you get further or closer to what you're looking for.
Well, you paid me the ultimate compliment today because you've got my brain. I tried to pay a compliment inadvertently in that you've got my way of thinking changed after all the stuff that we've done and dealt with together. And my whole thought process today was, does it work?
Right.
Not who likes
100%.
it, who does it work? And I've never been that way. So, and then I made the crudest drawing with a Sharpie and show him.
That part was funny.
He could have shit all over, but he didn't. And I said, but you get the idea. So,
I did laugh too. I did laugh, and
it's funny.
And I offered an honest. I was like, I don't really like this, but here's a couple things that you can do. Because I don't want to bullshit you either. You know what I'm saying? I don't want a motherfucker to come to me thinking I'm gonna lie to him. You know what I'm saying? If I think it's ugly, I'm gonna be like, nah, I don't like that shit. I'm gonna tell you straight up, but I'm gonna give you why I don't like it. Or more importantly, I'm going to give you how it can work, not how it will work for me, how it can work. And that's a very big difference. And especially as a designer, and I know Nugget can relate, you don't really care if it's a yes or no. I like it, I don't. You don't care about that. You want the execution. You're trying to find what makes it work. That's it. Everything else is like, whatever.
How many people like it or don't like it. No matter what design you do, some are going to like it, some are not. And the more love you get, you're going to get just as much hate
Absolutely.
The more, if you're getting love, there's probably going to pile up some hate just to make sure that
Absolutely.
you just got to do what you think looks right, and like you said, you got to execute.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
I mean, at the end of the day, and I wish more people could do this, and I'm not 100% perfect with it either, but I think at the end of the day, and you can apply it to almost anything, all right? When you can honestly look at yourself in the mirror and judge whatever it is you're trying to do or wherever you're trying to go and have an honest assessment, when you do that, the outside world takes on so much less meaning in their opinions of what you are and what you're trying to do. It's literally you put yourself above it when you're able to be honest with yourself, because if you're honest with yourself, then you'll be able to see improvement pretty rapidly. Because you'll address those things.
That was deep.
I gotta mess with him every once in a while. No, like he's so dumb. Oh wait, what did he say? And then I go back to screaming and yelling in the Italian accent. Bro, thank you so much for being on the program. I am 1,000% positive we will have you back. One comment I want to get to real quick. I don't know who it is. Facebook user said, you heard it here first. For him versus Classy will be the new 40s major rivalry for 2023 and beyond. I'm going to save you the trouble nugget. A rivalry doesn't get announced. It happens naturally when you play against each other. You don't start a rivalry before you've ever played. So whoever that is, take a step back, take a breath. Red Sox and Yankees didn't become a rivalry until they beat the shit out of each other for about 20 years. So maybe not 20 years, but let them have a couple games first, please.
Here's the way I see it, right? Classy's another new team, and everybody couldn't wait to play us, right? Whether they said it or not, people were looking to play the new team. Everybody wanted to start the new team. Classy's in the same boat now. So, in a way, whether we're going to compete with each other or not, we're kind of both in the same boat. So, there's 4 or 5 other teams that are waiting to get a shot at both of us. So, like I said, whether it's Classy or anyone else, we're ready to play.
Love it.
Now I know who said it. Now, anyway, what I said is still true. If anybody else said it, but it's the shit starter, my fellow New Jerseyan. All right, he's got a cool company logo, but sometimes he just likes to try to rile me up, and that's Vinny at Voodoo. Why don't you go terrorize 50s now, Van? Leave us alone for a minute. Anyway, Nugget, listen, I'm a fan. We've had conversations. Just saying it publicly just to make sure. You did it the right way, in my opinion. I'm really excited to see where you take this. I think you're on the right track. You got the right thought process. Not that you need me justifying it, because you sure shit don't. And it wouldn't matter anyway, knowing you the way I know you. But I want you to know I'm rooting for you. I'm looking forward to watching your team play. And who knows? We end up on the field. I'm going to come over and say hello, but I'm still going to try to get that inside corner on you. You know it's coming.
I appreciate it.
Yes, sir.
All right. Good luck this season, sir.
All right. Take care.
Right
Appreciate it. All right. I think we're good on the other side here.
Our other esteemed guest for the evening, or
Let's
one
get
of
him in.
these.
I'm sure he's already up against it.
Yes,
all right.
he is. Yes, sir.
All right, hold on. All right, so hey, what's we're flipped.
Wait, are you having some technical difficulties over there, Mark? Because
but like
his
Pino
video
was
is
sideways
perfectly
on
fine.
my screen, so I just wanted to match him.
Nah, he's not sideways on mine. He looks fairly straightforward, fairly normal.
All right, as long as his head's up north south, I'm good.
He's good. I mean, not for nothing. I was over watching him on in the queue because I didn't want him to come on and be like, "What the fuck?" So I was watching his expression a little bit because hey, look, I mean, because look, a peek, I guess, behind the scenes. People point out how I don't say a lot, but I'm just a big believer in. There's some times where it's not really necessary for me to start jumping in and talking and shit. And sometimes you go for a while. So I'm watching Pino's face in the queue, and I'm watching him kind of like trying to stay like engaged. So I knew he was ready, and so I'm like sending messages like, "Hey,
wow,
hey, somebody, hold on,
that hurts."
I have to put that up.
Mike, Basinger, come on!
I couldn't put that up.
Oh, we didn't introduce him yet, and you're already taking a shot, Base. Come on, Mike.
Man. And then here's another one. Got to get this in there too.
What do you got
to get this one there.
Oh no, I know Pino's not on dial-up internet. You want to know how I know that? Because his wife's the one who sets up the internet. That's how I know it's not dial-up.
All right, watch this one too. One last one, I think.
AOL, damn.
Damn, bro. Okay, now, yeah.
We done now with the shots on this guy?
We can get to the introduction of this gentleman while the peanut gallery throws
That's
shots.
not how we operate. Listen, you know this guy. I'm so excited. to have him on the program because for years he's been in the arena that I'm not familiar with, moving up in the upper ranks of the D's, the C's, even the B's. And I've had to kind of talk to him about that. But welcome to my world, big boy. Mr. Pino, welcome to Seniors, my friend. I got a little expertise here. Not that you're going to need it. Welcome finally to the old guy, well, semi-old guys group. I'm actually old. You guys are young seniors. Again, appreciate it. Pino and I have played COD together. He's been in Tedded Stream, so I've known Mike a while. I will say it's old that people know us, but maybe for the show, when Pino and I first met each other at Victory on a League night, we almost threw hands. So that should tell you everything you need to know. We have gotten past it as men and in our feeling, whatever. But yeah, so that, and anybody who knows me or Pino is just on the floor rolling if they didn't know that story because it makes perfect sense. Welcome to the Glue Guys program, Mr. Pino. Wow, I'm just having trouble even seniors. I'm just still having trouble with it. You should not have a Suncoast in your hands with a friggin' 1.20 stamp on it.
1.21.
1.21 stamp. Yeah, I'm glad that I'm hopefully not going to see you when I come back to pitch. I'm just going to be honest about it. I don't have enough goalie gear yet. I'm going to have to get like the full.
Play up.
I may. We'll see.
Play up. Yeah. Don't
wait, Los, you relax.
Up,
I'm trying to get to 50s major. Knock it off. So, Pino, word just kind of got out that there's a Classies 40s. The logo went up. Are you hearing anything? You getting any feedback? You getting any, hey, man, here's my resume. You guys got a spot. Like, what are you hearing so far since word got out? Oh, wait, muted. Hold on, what do we got?
Not hearing your audio. He's not muted.
The mic's not. Man, I went on one of my long-winded intros, and I'm generally excited he's here. Like that was literal excitement.
I know
it wasn't me being an idiot.
I know it.
We'll work through it, man. I will make time for Pino. I will make time.
You know I'm not.
He's trying to reboot it up.
Trying to see if he can hear. Still not hearing you yet. But we have a freeze.
Let's see.
What's up with it?
I know this is radio dead air. This is death in radio, but we're not in radio. All right, who wants to make that the face radio comment now? Go ahead. Now's the appropriate time. We completely freeze up.
Weird.
No joined.
Looks like we're having some technical difficulties right now. It looks like I see someone said we're using Tucson internet again. Trying to get everybody back real quick. There we go. Mark's joining back.
Yeah, I don't know where I went out or you went out or what. I don't know what the hell
I'm not
happened.
sure either. It was pretty raggedy.
Hopefully everybody's still here.
Yeah, we have a bunch of people still. We're still streaming. It's still live. Still recording. We're still good. Pino, can I get a mic check from you though, bro? Still can't hear you. No, we can see you. Your video is great. We cannot hear you at all. Double check on the browser itself. You may need to enable one of or both of your mics. I saw you had earbuds in for a second, so you might want to check that in the app. I'm not a big fan of the internet YouTube is still good. Yeah, we're still working. I think we're coming back up. We should be coming back up on Facebook and everything. And if it isn't there,
I'll promise everybody right now, if we somehow don't get this worked out, Pino, I'll get him back on whenever he's.
Yeah, that's not going to be much of an issue at all. Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah, we're having a little trouble with Pino's audio. We're working on it right now, folks. If you didn't hear us,
trying to get him going.
Yeah, I mean, I understand it's a golden opportunity to take my shots, but I'm not going to do it because I'll pay for it later.
Yeah, we still can't hear you, brother.
Yeah, still no audio, my friend. We'll see. We'll figure it out, man.
Yeah, there's nothing to it. It's been an interesting beginning to season 2. You know what I'm saying?
The technical stuff is almost part of the show at this point. The technical difficulties.
I think the biggest difficulty, of course, is that the Melon app isn't very friendly with phones. People use phones, which I mean, I'm not against that at all, but it's just not very friendly. It doesn't act like it's supposed to. And then he's trying to. And the other thing is, there's some settings that I can't see on the computer. So. In some cases, I know a couple other people had some sort of the same thing. You have to enable it and disable it and all this other shit. I mean, because it's complicated enough on the web.
Yeah. Well, side note: enjoy these hoodies and caps now because once April hits, that's it. I'm back to t-shirts, man. Hopefully we figure this out. We're letting them work through it. I feel like this is Mystery Science Theater 3000 at this point. Me and you watching the movie. For those that
watching people, watching people try to figure it out, try to get it right.
Yeah, I like this should be viral at this point. I know some of Pino's teammates will definitely want this to go viral. Folks, I'm begging you, please don't use this against him. That's not fair. It's not his fault. No matter.
He's still struggling.
Hold on, he's got an idea.
He's got an idea.
We might be playing Pictionary here in a second. Yeah, don't be taking this at. Listen, don't be using this against Pino. I don't care how many times he hit at you at League Night of Victory. It's not fair. He has no control over it. No, too soon. Okay.
But I'm gonna also.
I'm excited.
I think I'm also
new blood. I mean, considering 6 months ago, we didn't know what the hell was going on with the major division. 2 new teams. Some players moving from teams that played majors. Some brand new players. S-Bob's retooled. They'll be back the 14th. I think we got a headset coming here. We'll see if that works. I'm just excited, man. We got 6 major teams. Been forever since we were able to separate the division, so I'm just really excited. Those guys get to have their own division again, play against major teams, no spots, Oh no. Oh no.
All right, let's see. Here we go. He looks confident.
Test these out. Yeah, he looks pretty good. Oh, wait, no.
Uh-oh. That wasn't
here. Coin flip.
It's tough.
Come on, oh, dude, no,
shit.
No,
I'm not.
Don't you do it, Marlos? Don't do it.
Nah, I ain't gonna do that, bro. I can't do it.
That's too far. That's a bridge too far.
I can't do it. All right, there we go.
Can you hear me now?
There we go. Hey! You know what, dude?
Let's go, Pino.
Stand by. My mom and my kid are outside. I gotta get my phone. Hold on.
I don't know who posted that. When I look at it later, I'm going to admonish you next week. So just be prepared. That's too far, man. That's too far.
That's comedy.
Oh.
Man, we gotta.
I didn't think it would happen on this show, Marlos. It took 54 episodes or 55 episodes. That's even too far for me. I found my line.
I
found my line. That's where it is.
Sorry, gentlemen.
All right, there we go. We got him on here. He's picking up the phone. We're active.
Let's get away from the horribly inappropriate jokes in chat to Mr. Pino. Welcome, sir. We got it done. Great. Welcome to seniors.
Jokes.
Really excited to see the adjustments that you're going to learn about as you work your way through this. You guys, you don't have a choice. You're coming in major. But I'm excited because you guys, whoever you put together for your squad will be a good challenge to the major teams, and they have been begging for a new challenge, and now they have it. So let's just let it play out, folks. I'm preemptively putting this out there. No one called me or messaged me. I'm preemptively putting this out there. Let's just play the effing games, please. Can we play a couple games before anybody makes any judgments? Anyway.
Wait, who are these fucking... Hold the fuck on, bro. I was trying to be quiet. Who the fuck are these guys? Who are these guys?
What did I just say?
But wait, here's my problem, right? It was a rhetorical question.
Experience, I'm trying to get
I apologize. I should be a little more forthcoming. That was a rhetorical question. But it was a rhetorical question to lead into, why the fuck do we keep spending so much opportunity on these weirdo guys that would say some shit like that? Or the weirdo guys who would be like, oh my God, I don't want to play against those guys. They're too good for me. Why do we spend so much time talking about these mystery fuckers?
30 seconds
I don't like that
too
shit.
much?
I don't like giving people like that attention at all, because that's what they feed on. They just need that. Like, why are we talking about them? Fuck them. Let's be happy. We got some dope teams in major. They're about to show up. Fuck a few people up and all that good shit. That's so weird that you're doing. That's so weird. Fucking Eagles fan. All right. I think he's mad now.
it's a mood helmet. No, it's a mood helmet. I'll change the colors as my moods change.
Okay.
Anyway.
Yeah.
So we have a guest. So yes, Pino, welcome to Seniors, man. What are you looking forward to most, besides killing people with a senior bat?
No, I wouldn't go that far. First and foremost, thanks for having me on. I appreciate you guys on that.
Absolutely.
I think for me, when I first started playing ball, the Ultra 2 was like the new latest and greatest, right? So early 2000s. And then it got banned from men's. At that time, I was playing Siefman C's with Ghetto. But back then, there were teams. I mean, YMR was playing back then. You know, RMS was playing. Arizona Exterminators. Those were all big names back then. And I've never swung a senior bat in a game. You know, and I now have 2 in my possession. And I think what's exciting about it is that the performance behind it, man. I mean, we went and swung BP the other night, and we probably put about 20 swings on these with 52-300s indoors. And
so you see why I said what I said.
Yes, 100%.
Before we started the show, I was on Amazon looking at chest protectors, and not baseball chest protectors, motocross chest protectors.
It's a good idea.
I'm better safe than sorry.
When I first started pitching, I wore a Fox Motocross chest protector, and then their knee and shin protectors, because if they can stop metal pegs from going through shins, to stop a ball. So
I sent Gabe Monteverde. I sent him the one I found. It's like $160. It's almost like a tactical vest. Mm-hmm. It looks like those armored assholes in DMZ. Really like the tack vest.
Correct.
Like, you know, at this point, why just spend the money? We're talking about my life. You know, because I'm looking at it going, man, that's pretty expensive. And I'm going, how expensive is heart surgery or emergency, you know, appendectomy going to be? No, I'll spend the money. See, look at that. He knows. Yeah, and you know, it's funny. Everybody's got something to say, but Pino is more aware of what you guys are saying than you realize. So, yeah, you know, he's going to have a bulletproof helmet, too, if he goes out there to pitch. I fully expect that.
Wouldn't go that far. I'm excited, though, 100%. I think even the guys that we've corralled, for lack of better terms, are pretty stoked. You know, with, like you had asked earlier, like, have we heard anything? Have we gotten any? Here's my resumes. We have been talking about, me, Junior, and George have been talking about seniors. Obviously, we all turned 39 this year. George is already 40, but we've been talking about putting a Class C senior team together. Kind of threw it in the bowl for a little bit, then put it on the back burner. Because obviously, when you've got a B team that, you know, juniors running, we're both helping them out on the back ends as well. Seniors kind of takes the back burner for a little bit. And especially when you got guys on your team that have had conference experience and or collegiate experience, where it does take the bat out of your hands. And yeah, you're not seeing game time. It definitely kind of takes you out of the game a little bit, but you can't be upset about it because of the guys that we have, right? So now this gives us a chance to remind people that we can still bang, we can still hit. We're probably still gonna be swinging 220s and 240s. We're gonna be swinging senior bats. We hit just fine with our 240s as it is right now, but I've got a couple select that pass still at 220 now that I know that rule, which I think is bullshit. But I get the legality portion of it. But as a standpoint from the guy corralled, it's a fun team, and I think that's what Junior always has put together, is a team that's going to have fun. It's going to be a family-based team, and our goal is to win. Obviously, we don't want to lose. Nobody likes losing. If you say you like losing, well then,
sucker.
You should be playing church rec league is what you should be doing.
God don't like that losing shit either. So yeah, keep it real.
100%.
I said play, not enjoy it.
Hey,
Right.
keep it a buck.
Do we talk about where we're going to eat while we're playing? Absolutely. You got to eat, but at the same time, we've got guys that have, alumni of Classy teams prior to, guys that we all knew personally that may have been strolling around Lowe's on a Saturday morning and I saw them, may have been cruising down the street, honked the horn, stopped at QT to talk about it. We've got a fun group of guys, and it's going to be eye-opening for us because, again, it's a whole new ballgame. Playing C's, playing B's, playing A's, it's a different cut of rug by all means, especially with the bats that are provided nowadays. Let's be real. There's some. I got a Freak 12 still that passes at 220. That thing's still stupid hot. But then you put a senior bat out there, and the ball jumps off a little bit harder. But yeah, it's gonna be fun. We're stoked about it for sure.
Yeah, I think guys should be excited, especially guys just coming up, because yes, you can swing your 220s at senior. So don't bring that drama here. Keep that where I got enough problems, trust me. But I will say this. I think Junior and you and anybody who's helped him since Classy started have done a great job navigating the fine line between the right people, like having a standard that everybody on the team has to stay within, and then getting the best talented guy. And that's a very tough, pendulum to figure out and balance. And Classy's always kind of fought at the tops of the divisions that they've been in. And then another bump this year from success. So I guess I don't even know if it's a statement or a question, but I'm assuming you guys are kind of keeping that mentality going in now to seniors, as far as kind of, you got to be good, but also, look, you got to fit in with the group.
Yep.
You got to follow kind of a certain standard that we've set with the name and building this team and sponsors and people. So I'm assuming that's just going to kind of continue here into seniors.
100%. And I think that's the biggest thing that, we have our roundtable dinners that me, Junior, and George always go to, and we discuss about what we're doing with Classy, possible ideas, jersey options, and then with this whole senior item getting put onto the table, it definitely it's been fun the last couple of months. I wouldn't say woodwork names, but guys that we've known have said something previously. And you're right, they definitely have to be. There's a vibe, and I don't know how to explain it. I tell people that sit back if you get picked up to play one weekend with us, right? On the men's side, sit back and see just what entails. Don't jump in right away, because that may cause some issues with just you alone. Like, you got to learn your ropes, just like I had to with these guys. But we are definitely keeping that family aspect. Gonna have fun, but still gonna go out there and give them hell.
Yeah, I think we've had a conversation, maybe playing COD or something one night, but I made the joke, and I was half serious, that you have to be a certain makeup to be able to survive and thrive in the Classy dugout. And the joke I made to you was, I could absolutely survive in there with the thick skin. My actual batting average or my fielding or pitching, yeah, that probably get me cut. But as far as hanging in that dugout with all the personnel, yeah, I'm in. So I always had that, but you kind of got to play well, and I'm not covering that part. But I say it half joking, but it's true. But that also, that thing you talk about, that kind of vibe, that aura, it was obvious to me the first couple times I watched you guys. I think you guys were C's when I started playing D's with Disciples. I think you had just gone to C. He might have still been D. I'm not sure. But anyway, right off the bat, before I knew anybody in there, and I've since gotten to know Junior and you and a couple guys that have played with you guys over the years that I'm friends with. The vibe thing is evident from the minute you're just sitting there watching. Give yourself 10 seconds, and if it hasn't happened in 10 seconds, it's coming real soon. Just be patient.
Yeah.
It's its own thing. I've seen a lot of different teams in a lot of different divisions. I've never seen anything like it. It's unique. But again, I agree with you. I can't define it. I don't have a word or words that go, oh, see, with Classy, it's no. You literally have to see it, and then you just go, oh, now I understand. But also, so it's something I'm very, very interested to see how it transfers over now into kind of this, I wouldn't say new world. You still throw the ball underhand, you still hit it. But kind of this new surroundings, right? New location, maybe. I don't know. But, new people watching, new people to play. That's got to be exciting, too, because I'm sure you guys have seen the same batch of guys and teams over the years. The ones that were going up with you, you're playing a lot of the same guys. I'm sure it's got to be exciting that you're going to be playing pretty much mostly a whole new crop of players, or players you guys haven't seen in a couple of years who are a little older and went up to seniors. While so I assume you guys are excited about that, right?
Oh, 100%. I mean, going back to when I first started playing, right? You had guys that were already in their 30s, early 30s, mid 30s that were jumping up to 40s, and I mean, touching back onto what you said earlier about being an asshole, I was definitely that guy. Obviously, as I got married, obviously, and we're almost 10 years deep into that. It's crazy how fast that's going by. And even with my daughter, things change in life, man. And you got to tone it down and choose your words wisely and go to bat at certain times without having to go too overboard. But, I know that we're going to see a lot of guys that I used to play against when I was younger, and even within the last 10 years that jumped to seniors that don't play men's anymore, that can still hit it. And my major concern was, again, a lot of people, being selfish on this point on what we're talking about, a lot of people I feel like are going to take what I used to be and how I used to be,
right,
and put that into current day. Back then it was a head game. It's always been a head game.
Yeah.
And once the game's over and I walk through the dugout, like, I'm gonna go get a soda and a something to eat, and I completely forgot.
Right. But here's the thing, though, and I guess this is not that I need to give you any insight or advice. You're gonna figure it out on your own because you're a smart dude. But the thing I will tell you, and I guess it's kid stuff too, so you probably agree or disagree, but you'll understand. It sucks. I always thought it sucked that when you first appear somewhere here in softball, whether it be at League of Victory or Rio or Synagogue, wherever, it seems like if you have a bad first couple games, that never leaves you. No matter how well you go and do. Like, I found right when I stopped playing, even then I had 4 or 5 years, people still judge me off something they saw in Victory in like 2016 when I first moved here. And it cracked me up. So you bringing that up made me think about that. And it's like, yeah, there's a good chance you saw Pino kind of in some kind of situation at Victory on one night. But just know that not all of those were his fault. Because I witnessed a couple with, a certain Pandas team on certain league nights who were playing for a fucking t-shirt. Anyway, people need to have a better open mind. We grow, we get older. Man, you have a beautiful daughter now. You've seen a whole nother side of life since you've had your daughter because I've talked to you. Yeah. I don't think people truly understand where your perspective is now versus maybe they saw you at Victory a couple years ago or what. It's not even in the same universe. So just keep your head up and do exactly what you just told me to do, and you're going to be fine out here. Nobody owns anything out here. Nobody is the fucking gatekeeper to senior softball or whatever. If people come out and show respect and play the game hard, let it go. That's all they're required to do. And I'll leave it at that. That's my rant for whatever we're talking about. But look, I'm excited to have you here. I'm sorry we're jammed up on time. We are going to bring you back in the next week or two. We'll finish this thing out properly. I want to get Corey in here to talk about the men's because Marlos and I turn into pumpkins after 2 hours. We lose all our energy. We got nothing left for the show.
Man,
I appreciate you coming on.
Not me.
Right, I lose energy, all right?
Yeah,
Fine.
speak for yourself.
Fine.
Don't fucking lump me in that old ass man shit.
Mr. Sit behind his computer. Mr. IT all day on the computers guy. I got it.
Hey, man.
Yeah,
Don't
we're gonna
hate.
fight too.
Haterade is a nasty drink. Haterade is a nasty, bitter drink. You do not need to
I'm gonna
drink
lose
that.
the
Let that
fight, but
shit
I'm gonna
go.
win the war because I'll be gone
shit.
and I ain't gotta worry about it. But you'll be limping the rest of your life. So knock it off.
Yo, hold on a second.
Hold on. Well, anyway, look, Pino.
I want you guys to read
it's
this.
Still AZ softball, gents. Why would I let your contact go when it makes me feel better about? Let your conduct go when it makes me feel better about my what? Why would I let your conduct go when it makes me feel better about mine? I'm a little confused.
I'll speak on that.
Oh no!
Don't tell me the audio went out.
Can you hear me?
Yes,
now
we can.
we got you.
There
All
we
right,
go.
Yeah.
I'll speak on that, and I don't know who's saying it, but you know,
He's saying it's a joke, but I still don't even understand the joke.
I don't get it either. I mean,
I was lost.
the little man comments like I've always heard over the years. If I had $1 for every time I heard that, I wouldn't be having this conversation. I'd be on the island somewhere all day, every day, twice on Sunday. But on top of that, you know, you got to let it go in one ear and out the other. Thick skin. Again, that's what the Classy Dugout's about. Let it just brew for a little bit. We all have our moments, and it is what it is, just softball.
No, and listen, I'm excited to have you here. You know, like I said, I'm not, transparent. We're friends off of here. I'm so proud of you for how far you've come the last couple of years with everything you've had happen to you, and you're still out here making jokes and smiling and having a good time playing ball. You don't. At the end of the day, anybody listen. You don't know anybody anything but yourself and your family, and that's it. And you're doing it, man. And I love it. And I'm really excited to see you get out here and play. A couple months I'll be playing myself, so I'll catch what I can. But yeah, I'm looking forward to maybe seeing you in a box and throwing a couple pitches and see where we get. Because, we'll have a real lump this time instead of people that were victory. We don't have to worry about kids starting shit. We could just go out there, mano-y-mano, pitcher to batter, and see where we end up. And then, who's ever in front of you might get a walk. It ain't personal. The first time I got to make a big spectacle out of it. But hopefully, we'll see if we get a combined tournament or something happen. I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to seeing your boys, whoever you round up here for the Classy squad. And real quick, we had a topic, Marlos, I'm just going to throw it in right now. One of the topics we had put in our pre-show was, jersey watch for the upcoming season. I'm going to go out on a limb right now since Pino's on the show. Classy is going to have the best jersey in 2023. I already know it, and I haven't even seen him. That's how confident I am knowing what I know. So I'll leave it at that. Pino, we're going to have you back, buddy. Thank you so much for working through the problems and getting on, buddy.
Absolutely, gentlemen. Thanks for having me. Have a good night, guys.
Appreciate
See you later.
Yes,
Pino, Classy 40's coming soon to a senior tournament near you. All right, we're obviously behind. So do we have Mr. Penguins fan? There he is. Poor Corey Mill. Listen, it's an honor that you would, take time out of your suffering for your Penguins to join us. Thank you so much. I know you need a couple days to get over that, and I'm sure Kyle Smoot would agree with me. And being a Flyers fan, I've already been beaten this year. I've lost the will to live as far as hockey's concerned, so I could take these shots without any worry of repercussion. Back again, special contributor to the show, Corey Miller, because we don't know that much about some of the men's division, and I think you are way on top of it. We're doing the season preview. Welcome to the show, sir. How we doing?
Good. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Can.
All right, cool. I had everything set up on my computer, but we're a little late, so I'm in my car outside of the Cracker Barrel,
Nice.
ready to eat some food. So I think I'd come out into the car, have a quick conversation with the guys, and see what we can get up to.
I truly appreciate that. Hopefully you can text your order in, and we'll time this at about 15, 20 minutes, so right when we're done, your food's sitting there waiting for you hot. I don't know how that particular Cracker Barrel is on service. Generally, up and down the East Coast, 15 to 20 minutes. About 15 to 20 minutes for your order about this time of the night. So let's start with you guys with Impact going up. Took the bump. Going into this season, I'll start with the obvious. Are you guys making any changes going into 2023 that you can talk about, I should say?
Yeah, so we have 13 guys set right now. to start the year. A couple guys left. So, like, Pat Hester went to seniors. Gio obviously retired. Trey went to his conference team and things like that. So we lost a couple of guys. But for the most part, we have our core coming back from last year. And then, when we kind of talked about this the last time I was on, we were kind of hoping for, like, Tyler Weidel, maybe Stu, guys like that to potentially get reclassed. And we kind of built a team based around C's. And then we kind of decided that we weren't going to wait for reclasses. We weren't going to, hope and then get disappointed. And, like, there was 3 guys going to this team and 2 guys going to this team and 3 guys going to this team. And we just decided to say screw it and run it in beast. I'm going to stay home, play local again for the first time in a few years, be around some friends and just have fun again, and see how it goes. So I'm pretty excited about the whole thing. Like I said, we have 13 right now to start the year. I'm not sure, what will happen throughout the year. It'd be nice to kind of keep the same team, but we'll see how that plays out.
Well, I mean, staying home makes a lot of sense. I don't think we've talked on the show since, so congratulations on getting engaged, sir. So yeah, staying home makes a lot of sense. That planning sucks ass. No matter how good you are with your part, sucks ass, and it's nobody's fault. It's just like a rite of passage. Putting together a wedding just sucks for everybody. But anyway, Let's keep it happy. Congrats.
Thank you.
I'm excited because I never really get to see you play when you were kind of running the conference stuff. So I'm kind of excited. I'll come out and check you out. I got Marlos, as I've said, fixing my swing. Maybe you can help me. Maybe I can get some pointers on the pitching side of it. I'm always open to suggestions, stubborn as I am. And if anybody's got a question of that, you can check in with Marlos week to week to see, if I was belligerent at BP or not.
I'm not gonna tell him anyway.
If I fought him on some change to something I'm doing, and the progress on that, by the way, is we got the top half somewhat done. Haven't even attempted to start the bottom half. It's a shit show.
Wait a minute. See, look,
What?
man, that's what happens, bro. I'm not.
What is
I
factually
wouldn't
not
say
accurate
that.
about that?
I would not say that. I would not.
All right,
I would
well,
not say that.
Is it not factual?
I would say we have some ideas. We have some ideas. I'm not because look, you're putting this shit on my rep, bro. So if you put it on my rep, I'm assessing it accordingly, which is now we got ideas. We're not there on shit.
All right, I'm sorry, audience. I'm sorry. We're in the planning stages of building the swing. Sorry.
Look what happens. Here's what happens. You fuck around and you say, yeah, I got my shit right. Or you say, I got my shit ready. Somebody goes and sees you swing. They go, what the fuck did this guy do? This is bullshit. No, sir. You're not doing that on my name. No, sir.
First of all,
you got to change the color of the back right now. You got to change the color of your eagle shine right now.
First of all, mother effer.
Yes.
I didn't say anything remotely close to I'm ready, got my shit together, hitting the ball hard. None of that remotely came out of my mouth.
I said the top half.
We got 60 to 70 on the top half, and we're not even messing with the shit show that the bottom half is. So, hey, guess what, smart people? The top half and the bottom half have to work together. So if the bottom half shit, I can be 100% at the top, and it won't matter. We'll be right back to the dumb Judies I've been hitting my last 3 years.
All right, I'll take that. I'll own that one. I'll own that one.
Sorry, Mr. Glowing reputation. Sorry.
Nah, man, I'm just saying, like, I wouldn't want anybody to believe, that you were ready, but you're getting there. That's what I'm gonna say. No, because again, we have to translate it a little bit. So I'm saying you're getting there. I'm pleased with the steps that you're taking. I'm pleased with the progress we've made on just some of those smaller pieces. So that's dope. That's dope. It's progress. There we go. It's purple now. Indigo. Sorry, indigo.
I got one of those as well for Christmas. I already told Mark this, but they're actually pretty sweet. So
Yeah, dude, they are cool. That's why I was like, you got to change the color, bro. I'm gonna keep irritating him to make sure he does it.
Yeah, but
Every
look, I don't
time.
want to steal somebody else's shtick, right? And go like, well, I'm so old.
Uh-oh.
You know, I don't want to steal.
Do it. I'll
other
change
people's
I'll
shtick.
change. I'll get a some background music going next time.
You know what I mean? Like somebody else has kind of got the club disco thing on lock, so I just,
Shit.
it's like a Mood Eagles helmet now. You know what I mean?
Boom.
That's all.
Yeah,
Anyway,
so it should be constantly red for you.
Yeah, we're right.
red or blue? Red or blue?
Red for angry.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Mark angry. Don't make Mark
boy.
angry.
Boy.
Anyway.
So what do you guys want to know? What do
So
you guys want to talk
guys, I need help with the D's, and here's why. Because, Marlos is dipping his toes in the D's water this weekend upcoming.
Man,
He's
listen.
jumping out there with the kids Friday night.
Man,
Out of
listen.
Legacy, getting in there, the old guy doing work.
Oh, shit, but I'm the old guy. What the? Goddamn, bro. Man. See, I knew you were gonna be
Marlos.
I knew you were gonna be
Marlos.
bucking shots, bro. That's foul. That's foul, man. The tears.
Hold on.
The tears.
Tell me you're not
The
going to be
tears.
the oldest guy in the field Friday night. Tell me that.
Again,
Come on.
where?
You're
You
playing.
mean in the whole tournament or just on my team?
The two teams you're playing your first game Friday night, you're going to be the oldest dude on the field.
There's a chance. There's a chance I'm not.
There's a
chance
good friggin' chance you are.
Yeah, I probably am, but that's
So
okay.
I ain't throwing no shots at you.
Yeah,
I got
it's
Corey
all right.
here to
I'm
help
old.
me.
Okay,
Tell me
I'm old.
understand what kind
old.
of chance you got to make some noise this weekend.
Yeah, let me shut up. Lou.
You're gonna be home by Saturday afternoon. You're gonna have to take that extra day at Legacy, because how that impacts me is, number one, at BP, what kind of mood you're gonna be in. If your team makes it to Sunday, you're gonna be in a horrible fucking mood when we go to hit, because you have to drive back out to fucking Mesa. All right. Then
Yo, you're not
come
wrong,
Wednesday
dude.
for the show, if you make it till Sunday, then you're gonna be like, I don't even know what we need to talk about. I don't, that.
I won't be talking shit.
It
Nah, I won't be
directly
talking shit.
impacts me, and Corey is my guy for all things men division.
Look, man. I mean, we're gonna make it this Saturday. Okay. Look, that's all I'm saying.
Does
we're
that
making it
make
this
it
Saturday.
Saturday?
You said don't say that out loud. Like I said, we're gonna make it to Saturday. That's all that matters. End. See, boom. That's what I'm talking about. We're gonna make it to Saturday. That's all
All
I'm
right,
on.
so first of all, tell us who you're running with.
I am playing with Road Warriors.
Okay. So, Corey, with that information, give me some percentages here, almost like we're doing a betting show. Like I get a bet thrown on the Barstool app of futures, like
I
plus
need to get that prices
300,
right,
they
Lauren.
make it to Sunday. So what do you think his chances are of getting far in the tournament this weekend with Road Warriors?
I'm gonna be honest. I don't know a ton about these.
Marlos is not right now.
I know.
I
Wow.
don't
He went
about the D
he went the
division.
yodel game from Price is Right, bro. That's the
Wow.
music that you hear.
There we go.
That little guy on the mountain.
Yeah, I had to get that out of the system. Yeah.
I've had some success, I feel like, over the last 2 years in whatever division they've been in, and I know a lot of D teams have been bumped to C. I mean, C came out of nowhere. There's like 18 teams in that division this weekend.
Straight up.
It's the
Straight
most
up.
important thing I've ever seen. So, I mean, if the Road Warriors team is the Road Warriors team that have made some noise in the past, I'm assuming they should be, pretty good to make it deep into Saturday for sure.
We'll make it to Saturday. Look, that's all I'm saying. No matter what, I'm right. No matter what, I'm right. That's all I'm
You're hedging your bet.
Hey, no matter what, I'm right. That's all I'm saying. Yeah.
I like messing with Marlos, I will tell you.
You know,
You know-
I don't really. I need to do some research into that division. I'm excited to see kind of who does well this weekend, because there is a team that's been historically good, but
Mm-hmm.
cared to be good over the last few years that are supposedly tuning in this season. So I'm excited to see how that plays out this specific weekend, and then obviously following them throughout the year to see if they truly stay, to their word and try and do well, or if they go back to, they're there to drink and have a good time, which I don't have any problem with. That's always been their thing. But I was told that they might actually give it a go this season. So we'll see.
Now, is that a team that recently got bumped from E's to D's?
No, this is a team that has historically sat on the border of D's after making a good run in Washington I don't know, 5 years ago maybe.
Okay.
They've showed up, on a lot of Saturdays and have no showed physically on a lot of Sunday mornings. If that gives you a hint of anything.
Hey, I mean, look, you can't. To each their own. If you're gonna go hard. Hey, okay, I can't knock it.
Go
Can't
hard or
hate
go
on
home.
it. Definitely can't judge.
True.
I mean,
No,
look,
I really do. There's some talent on that team, so I really do hope that they, go hard this season and actually make it happen. So we'll see if they do or not.
I will say, for what little I do know, I think D's is now wide open due to all the teams going up to C's, which I'll talk about in a second. I think it's wide open. Flock's up and a couple other guys who were kind of hovering around the top spot, switching out with each other. They're all up in C now. So it's an open, it's going to be a race to see who wants to take the crown because it's open. The door's
34.
open to take it.
34 teams this weekend too. It's a lot. There's a lot of teams now, like
D's
more
gonna
so
be
than years prior.
Fields are really big at Legacy, man. Like, every D team now, for the most part, runs that 5-man, and like that's kind of typically what happens, even down into E's and stuff now. But you still have to have the team to run the 5-man, and you still have to know how to run it.
Say it again.
And at a field that big could potentially expose some people. But then again, you also have to know how to hit. So if people are, just swinging at bad pitches and flying out and popping up, field's going to hold in a lot more balls and there's a lot more room to go make plays. So you just never really know what's going to happen, honestly.
Yeah, Legacy, and we learned last year we had seniors out there for Winter Nationals. We're not back there for reasons other than softball. But as far as softball goes, I like to call those fields the great equalizer. And here's why. The guys who think they hit home runs, okay, but are used to hitting them at Cactus or short fields. They never put them out at Pioneer, but they're still, I hit bombs. They get exposed very quickly at Legacy. Okay?
Immediately.
And the good hitters realize very early on, like, yeah, I can hit bombs, but not consistently on these fields. Adjust to hit gap line drives, and they're hanging out at second and third base all day because a gap double at other fields is now a triple at Legacy if your center right fielders are just a little lazy getting out there. And that field equalizes teams quickly in the sense of guys don't like running around in that outfield 2, 3, 4 games in a row. So the 5-man goes away very quickly if your outfielders are too tired to run.
I think it also goes back to it does go back to what Corey said though. There are a lot of teams, especially a lot of those teams that are coming up from E. They've been running. They'll throw a 5-man in because it's the trend. They're not really doing it because they're actually playing to it. Their pitcher isn't pitching to it. Their outfielders aren't positioned in a manner to back that up. Their infielders are all positioned on the corners. So you're just creating a different gap. They run it because they're supposed to. But there are a lot of good teams in D, I think. And C goes without saying, obviously. But a lot of good teams that came up from E that are in D that are going to be running the 5-man. They're gonna have some changes to make, and it's going to separate some of the coaches who are actually there to strategize, and some are just running the lineup because there's going to be some changes. Those are some big fields out
My
there.
biggest piece of advice, I guess, to pretty much every division, even the Open, not as much for the Open, but there's no need to hit home runs. You can score 3 to 4 runs every single inning on a field that big. You get 5-6 hits in an inning, you're going to score 2-3 runs if you're hustling. There's so much room in both the infield and outfield to just score runs.
Absolutely.
There's no point of trying to hit a bunch of home runs and flying out constantly because you're just going to not score. It's a lot like how Florida's played. Our team this weekend will struggle. We get 10. We're not going to hit 10 a game consistently. I don't know if we'll hit 10 in a game. But at the same time, we're going to out-hustle most of the people out there. So we're going to hopefully, go with a lot of doubles and just see what happens with that. But for C, D, there's no reason to fall in love with a home run on a field like this when you have all the room in the world to just
gap it to death.
Yeah, and the other benefit to playing that way is, and we all have experienced this at different places and levels, you do more damage dropping 7, 8, 9 singles in a row and just run after run after run to a team's morale and their energy than any bomb will ever do. So,
Absolutely.
hey, enjoy pumping your chest or whatever you do walking back to the dugout. You just gave everybody a break. Now, you hit doubles, triple, single, walk, double, walk. Listen, not only are the outfielders getting tired from running like, what the hell's going on, you break a team's will. So if they're not a strong team, a cohesive unit, then this starts. Oh, what's this pitcher doing? And you could kill a team in 2 innings flat at Legacy, because all that running, now the outfielders are chirping. Either I got to come in, or, hey, man, get an out, or it all starts, or they're just tired. Maybe they are a good team, but by the 5th inning, they're just too tired to do damage.
Not to mention, and I know we're all saying this as it's such a matter of fact thing, but it is the first tournament of the year. There are a lot of people who haven't been doing shit for like a month. And some of those dudes are the ones that are going to be the main ones trying to hit bombs, the main ones pissed off because they're having to run that fucking gap down over and over and over and over and over. Some of the coaches themselves aren't prepared to make the decisions that they need to because they're still coming off the holidays. They're low key. They're chilling. They're not going to tell anybody, hey, dude, we got to come up with this 5-man for or whatever the case may be. They're not going to move anybody down because they're trying to pretend that they're about to hit a 320-foot bomb. Instead, they're hitting it 320 feet straight in the air. But I think that Winter Nationals is always an amazing equalizer, partly also because of the weather, because fuck the cold. I'm not pleased. But, it definitely wakes people up, gets them into the mood to playing some softball for the rest of the season.
Yeah, don't start that shit with me and Corey. We just laugh at you. We've done snow, negative temperature. Like, I ain't got no time for that. I've swung an Eastern bat with winter gloves on and felt like it broke my both arms. I ain't got time.
No, sir. See, that's what I'm talking about. No, I don't subscribe to that bullshit whatsoever.
Yeah,
I do not like. I don't like playing softball at all in the cold, bro. No.
All right. Anyway, this man
I'm gonna
wants
be mad.
to eat.
I got about 5 minutes left.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
let's get it.
Let's jump to the C's real quick. What do you see in C's?
I'm excited to see what team Standard Prumling's bringing out. I know Ward's over there with some Mizey lawyer stuff and catches back. Garrett, I don't think is going to be out there or with them for the beginning of the season, so I'm interested to see from a leadership standpoint what happens with like Willie the pool boy. He'll be taking more of a coaching role, I feel like, this year, so I have a lot of respect for him. So if he can keep those guys focused and together, Standard should be good. I really, really like Sick Not Weak this year. They have a lot of young guys that play hard. They had a really good showing a month ago. They actually had, I think it was Classy beat in the last inning and had 2 weird plays in the outfield happen in the same inning and got walked off. They were right there in a couple of good games. So they have a new pitcher. I don't know who he is. He seemed to be doing pretty good. Brad is a good player, young kid. So I'm excited to see what they have going in C's. There's a couple out-of-state teams I obviously don't know anything about. And then, AZ Athletics killed it a month ago. So if they have a similar team that they had, they're going to be scary. Izzy Laval is one of the best players in the state. Just doesn't get a chance to play consistently. If he played consistently, he would be at the top for sure. So those 3 teams are teams to look out for: Sick Not Weak, Standard, and AZAs. You have X-Men coming back, I think, Stride coming back. These are experienced teams. And then you have some new teams that are, getting into C for the first time, but most of them know each other. And it's January on big field, so really it could go really any way.
Absolutely.
And then in the Open, the Proton team is the core of the Major Challenge Cup team. I'm playing with my team. I know Frank's playing with Rally White. Nico's playing with the team he built. So there's some of us missing, but I know Josh beefed up. He's flying in. Connor Murray is coming in from MPT. They have a couple other guys that voluntarily flew in because it's warmer here than it is everywhere else in the country. And it's a good event, Nick Ian's team has, I think, Brandon Traylor and Dante Broom from Northern California flying in. So the open division is stacked. Lund has everybody, all their Colorado guys. I think Vegas are two, a couple different people. They're going to be loaded. Next team's good. Obviously, the Proton Major Challenge Shut team's going to be really good. And then Classy, I'm not sure exactly what you guys talked about with Pino, but they've beefed up.
We didn't
their
talk about
roster.
any. Yeah, we didn't talk
That's the
about
men's.
stayed on the senior. So
Okay.
I'm
Yeah.
really excited. I've heard some whispers. I've heard different rumors. They got a couple new faces that you're going to see this weekend, and
Yep.
I'm not. Listen, no offense. I'm not driving a Legacy even for Marlos. I ain't doing it.
Hey, I
but
don't blame you. Shit,
I'm
I'm
excited to
barely driving
hear
myself.
about once they play. Who comes out, who these faces are, and how those guys do. I'm really excited
Yeah.
to hear about them this weekend.
One of them was at Gilbert Days, and then
Mhm.
I think the other main pickup's going to be out there this weekend. So we'll
I'm
see
told
exactly-
all three will be there this weekend.
Well, then they're going to be very, very tough to beat when you pair that with, Matt Fox, who's been on the team. Bryant, I'm sure from Tucson, will be out there. Smoot, Cody, Vlad. I don't even know. Ant, Charlie. I mean, they're marquee. They have 17 people now, but they're all very talented. We play them first thing Saturday morning. So that'll be a lot of fun.
Can we get that on USSSA Live, please? Who do I need to
Right.
call?
That's
Who do I
what I'm
got to
talking
call for
about.
that?
We'll see
Right.
how that goes. So you know what I mean? Like, I don't even know what to expect. There's going to be Nate's team's very good. Adam's team's very good. There's 2 out-of-state teams. I don't know what's going to happen, man. It's going to be wild. 10 home runs is a ton. Some of those bigger teams like Classy and Lund and the major team are definitely going to use them. Some of the other teams won't. But it'll be a fun weekend. It's crazy. 2 pool play games into a double elimination. It could honestly go anyway, and there's going to be some very, very, very talented teams playing 4 games and going home.
All right, brother.
I hope it's not us, but we'll see what happens. I'm excited. We'll have to catch up about next week and see kind of where the predictions went.
Hell
Yeah,
yeah.
I think we'll definitely have you back on. I don't want to hold you up anymore. I suddenly have an urge for biscuits and gravy right now myself. So
Exactly.
get in there and eat. Please apologize whoever you're with. We held you up. Appreciate you making time as always. We'll definitely
Yes,
have you
sir.
back on, folks. Special contributor Corey Miller to the show. Thank
Yes,
you,
sir.
Appreciate
Yes,
you.
sir.
We need, listen, we need help with those men's divisions. I'd love to say I know everything. We don't. We're ignorant. We got to learn. All right. So Corey's been a big help, and he'll continue to be a big help. I think he'll be a big part of the show moving forward this year for us. All right, folks. Hey, almost 2 hours of pure entertainment for you. Let's check the list. Anything? I don't think there's anything pressing we need to touch on that
Nah,
we
we got
can't
next
push
week.
till next week.
We got next week. 'Cause,
Yeah, we covered everything.
Because look, we're gonna quickly run through, the top threes in men's, and hopefully we'll get some information about co-ed. I know it's always a little difficult for us to get it. Hopefully we'll get some information about co-ed, but I know we'll run through some of those winners. We'll also do some preview shit for this
We'll talk
Winter
Triple A's
Nationals
next
procedure.
week.
Yeah, AAA
Yeah.
and shit. So I mean,
I know,
there's a lot of stuff.
Yeah, we got
that,
we got plenty content. Just want to make sure we covered it.
Yeah.
Quick note: don't forget Sunday is the deadline to enter for Senior Winter Nationals, the 14th and 15th out of SRP. The approved balls for use are posted. Do not ask me about substitutes. Those are the balls. That is it. End of story. Black and white. And third, we've been getting our ass kicked in DMZ here. I want to thank Maddie for jumping in with me and Marlos a couple nights here. We're trying to get these missions done. This DMZ, I don't
Shit
know
is
what
crazy,
happened. They
bro.
jacked up the
Crazy,
fucking
man.
AI. It's
Man.
worse than actual players.
Man, dude.
So,
Hey, I
if
hopped
you're
on
playing
yesterday.
Warzone, I feel you, man. It's getting harder in DMZ.
I hopped on yesterday. And I was doing rat fucking missions. I'll just pop in there, get a gun, and then hide my way into an extract, dude. Because man, that's just nuts.
Yeah,
Anyway.
now, if you're getting into Winter Nationals, remember you have to register for the 2023 season. Until you take care of your registration, I cannot enter you into the tournament. Again, rings, man, blue guys, hoodies, we're only doing them for this tournament. I will have a couple available for sale. Only a couple. Do not message me to hold one for you. It's not happening. They will go on sale when I put them out of my truck Saturday morning. End of story. Although I'm going to have to repeat that at some point. But anyway, moving on. Thank you again for joining the Glue Guys program. We appreciate it. Welcome to new sponsor Hitman Gloves, along with Tedits, Marty's Trophies, Mickey with his Onyx stuff, Mickey's Czar Realty. That's the one I should do. And Brian Labarge, I'll get your read in next week. Yeah, anyway. All right, look, moving on. We'll see you next week for the Winter Nationals preview for seniors. And until then, remember, if it's not you, it's always you. Peace out.